Hi, thanks for reading with us. We're reading from the ERV translation. If you have the YouVersion Bible app, which he will be reading from, um, it's in there. It's ERV or Easy Read version, and you can find a copy online as well. Um, we're reading in Matthew chapter 3 and 4. The last video we did Matthew chapters 1 and 2. So 3 and 4 today. Um, I'll start. John prepares the way for Jesus. Chapter 3, verse 1. When it was the right time, John the Baptizer began telling people a message from God. This was out in the desert area of Judea. John said, "Change your hearts and lives, because God's kingdom is now very near." John is the one Isaiah the prophet was talking about when he said, "There is someone shouting in the desert, 'Prepare the way for the Lord, make the road straight for him.'" That was Isaiah 40, verse 3. John's clothes were made from camel's hair, and he had a leather belt around his waist. For food, he ate locusts and wild honey. People came to John from Jerusalem and the rest of Judea, and from all the areas along the Jordan River. They confessed the bad things they had done, and John baptized them in the Jordan.
Many Pharisees and Sadducees came to where John was baptizing people. When John saw them, he said, "You are all snakes. Who warned you to run from God's judgment that is coming? Change your hearts and show by the way you live that you have changed. I know what you are thinking. You want to say, 'But Abraham is our father.' That means nothing. I tell you, God can make children for Abraham from these rocks. The axe is now ready to cut down the trees. Every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire. I baptize with water to show that you have changed your hearts and lives, but there is someone coming later who is able to do more than I can. I am not good enough to be a slave who takes off his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. He will come ready to clean the grain. He will separate the good grain from the straw, and he will put the good parts into his barn. He will burn the useless part with the fire that cannot be stopped."
Jesus is baptized by John. Verse 13. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan River. He came to John, wanting John to baptize him. But John tried to stop him. John said, "Why do you come to me to be baptized? I should be baptized by you." Jesus answered, "Let it be this way for now. We should do whatever God says is right." Then John agreed. So Jesus was baptized. As soon as he came up out of the water, the sky opened, and he saw God's Spirit coming down on him like a dove. A voice from heaven said, "This is my Son, the one I love. I am very pleased with him."
The temptation of Jesus, chapter 4. Then the Spirit led Jesus into the desert. He was taken there to be tempted by the devil. Jesus ate nothing for 40 days and nights. After this, he was very hungry. The devil came to tempt him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these rocks to become bread." Jesus answered him, "The scriptures say, it's not just bread that keeps people alive. Their lives depend on what God says." Deuteronomy 8:3. Then the devil led Jesus to the holy city of Jerusalem and put him on a high place at the edge of the temple area. He said to Jesus, "If you are the Son of God, jump off, because the scriptures say, 'God will command his angels to help you, and their hands will catch you, so that you will not hit your foot on a rock.'" Psalms 91:11-12. Jesus answered, "The scriptures also say, 'You must not test the Lord your God.'" Then the devil led Jesus to the top of a very high mountain to show him all the kingdoms of the world and all the wonderful things in them. The devil said, If you bow down and worship me, I will give you all these things. Jesus said to him, Get away from me, Satan. The scriptures say you must worship the Lord your God. Serve only him. Deuteronomy 6:13. So the devil left him. Then angels came to Jesus to help him.
Jesus begins his work in Galilee. Verse 12. Jesus heard that John was put in prison, so he went back to Galilee. But he did not stay in Nazareth. He went to live in Capernaum, a town near Lake Galilee in the area near Zebulun and Naphtali. He did this to give full meaning to what the prophet Isaiah said. Listen, land of Zebulun and land of Naphtali, lands by the road that goes to the sea, the area past the Jordan River. Galilee, where those from other nations live. The people who live in spiritual darkness have seen a great light. The light has shined for those who live in the land that is as dark as a grave. That's from Isaiah chapter 9, verses 1 and 2. Verse 17. From that time, Jesus began to tell people his message. Change your hearts and lives because God's kingdom is now very near.
Jesus chose some followers. As Jesus was walking by the lake Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, called Peter, and Simon's brother Andrew. These brothers were fishermen, and they were fishing in the lake with a net. Jesus said to them, Come, follow me, and I will make you a different kind of fishermen. You will bring in people, not fish. Simon and Andrew immediately left their nets and followed him. Jesus continued walking by Lake Galilee. He saw two other brothers, James and John, the sons of Zebedee. They were in a boat with their father, Zebedee. They were preparing their nets to catch fish. Jesus told the brothers to come with him. So they immediately left the boat with their father and they followed Jesus.
Jesus teaches and heals the people. Verse 23. Jesus went everywhere in the country of Galilee. He taught in the synagogues and told the good news about God's kingdom, and he healed all the people's diseases and sicknesses. The news about Jesus spread all over Syria, and people brought to him all those who were sick. They were suffering from different kinds of diseases and pain. Some had demons inside them, some suffered from seizures, and some were paralyzed. Jesus healed them all. Large crowds followed him, people from Galilee, the 10 towns, Jerusalem, Judea, and the area across the river. That's it.
Thanks for joining us. We'll continue to do this. And also we decided to add something new where we'll do just a little commentary in another video where we just discuss what we've read, kind of some things stand out to us and we just like to kind of chat about it a little bit. You might find that interesting.